Are we on Facebook Live? Okay. Go ahead, first question. Go ahead, Zach.
Yes, I know it's senior night, but for either Juwan or Rob, Justin, I think it's like 4 or 5 straight games now. It seems like the energy he's given you around the rim, the points. Just how much have you seen him grow in the last, few weeks? I mean,
I've seen him grow a lot, and it translates from practice. He's just finishing really well. He's focusing in more on getting to the rim and putting it in the basket. We used to call him practice dunker because he'd always dunk it hard in practice, but he never was trying to dunk on anybody in the games. And now he's attacking the rim with that kind of aggressiveness.
Go ahead.
You guys had such a hard-fought game, but to watch it end like that in the final seconds, I guess Robinson said, how tough is that for you guys to watch after?
Yeah, I think it's really tough, especially with it being 2 overtimes and it coming down to that. We have the lead and what seemed like he put up what seemed like was a tough shot, and for it to go in, it kind of stung a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm proud of the way we fought all the way to the end.
Go ahead.
I guess looking ahead to maybe the Big Ten tournament, I know this was a loss and a tough loss at that, but can you carry any momentum from this game into the Big Ten tournament? I guess Juwan, if you want to say.
Definitely. As of late, we've been fighting really hard as a team. We have to keep that momentum going, and we can't just let up. We can't say take some time off and then let ourselves get like days. But we have to go in with the same fight we've had coming down the stretch of this season, and we have to go to New York and have fighting mentality.
Robert, what do you remember about that last drive in regulation? Was the angle not right in the bank, and was that a similar kind of play that led to the 2 free throws?
Yeah, it was pretty much the same play, but yeah, I just didn't have the type of angle that I wanted. But yeah, both of the plays were pretty much the same.
Rob, we've asked this a lot of different ways this season, but you've watched it for 3 years. Just how would you describe Juwan's growth, I guess, as a player, a guy who goes from reserve to being the guy you look to in a key moment in the second overtime?
Right. I just think he's, continued to grow. Every year he's gotten better. And I think this year, he really found what he was good at and stuck to it and just, try to add things to that, but always, plays within himself. And he's a great player with a lot of different weapons and things that he can do. So when you do that and stay within yourself, you're going to get good results.
Robert, being a senior, you had to go through a lot of change this year. How rough has it been for you to go through all that with your final year and having to make all the adjustments and still trying to come out and win these games?
Yeah, I think starting off was a little different, just because it was a new coach, a new system, a lot of new faces you had to learn and, new plays, new schemes and things like that. But I think the guys my teammates have, and I have done a good job of sticking with it throughout the season, and trying to get better regardless of, what point of the season we're at.
You're shooting over 45% from 3 the last 13 games. What do you think has contributed to that uptake?
I just think it's, my teammates' confidence in me. They never, told me to stop shooting or stop looking for me when I was open. So I think it's a mixture of that and just taking better shots.
Questions for Justin, please? Go ahead.
Justin, your years has continued to improve as well. How can you take this into the Big Ten tournament? It'd be your first time in the Big Ten tournament without having that experience, but having a good year so far. What do you need to take into that?
I would just say just keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, I'm just trying to go out there and do whatever's possible to try to win. I'm not going to go out there and, I'm going to go out there and play my role and just look to my teammates, for help and just ride this momentum.
Anything else for the players?
Juwan, you're in foul trouble for most of the latter part of the game. How are you able to kind of stay aggressive without being too aggressive?
I guess this game we're playing smart and using positioning and angles more so than just trying to use brute strength to get people off their spots, and I think as we went down the stretch, that proved to be better more often than not.
All right, thanks, guys.